Now, jumping into our navigation. So, like I said, this thing looks absolutely beautiful. I love the setup of it, but this is our navigation in a nutshell. So we've got the ability to search. We've got our home and work favorited addresses. We go to search, we can type in an address. So it's really straightforward and it auto-completes. So don't try to hastily type in the whole address. Just slowly start typing and give it a second in between each few letters. The reason why is because it's going to auto-complete for us. So we're just going to select our address. And we can either save it as a favorite if you typically go to that destination frequently, or we can press start in order to navigate the route.
Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving.
Perfect.
Please proceed to the highlighted route, and then the route guidance will start.
So, nice and simple process there. In order to be able to cancel the route out, we can do that. This would essentially mute so that we don't hear any more warnings from the system. So, cancel route, yes, we want to cancel it, and it's canceled the route out for us so we can enter in a new address, or we can look through our previously saved addresses. So a couple things to point out in our navigation settings. So if we go to the menu button, that brings us to some basic settings. So we can look and change our street view. We can look at a traffic list. So that's going to take a second to update traffic. So it's essentially a live traffic list, as we can see. So live traffic, which is really, really neat. And moving back into our navigation settings. So navigation settings gives us a ton of options. Our map preferences at the top, as you can see, we've got a ton of things that we can look through. So our 3D city model, the big one is going to be this POI icon. So do we want things like gas stations and coffee shops, things like that showing up? Yes or no? If there's been an accident, do we want that showing on the map as well? Route preferences, also very straightforward. So we can go the fastest, eco-friendly, or the shortest route. And moving down, the big ones here are going to be avoiding freeways, toll roads, ferries and car trains, or tunnels. So if you don't like taking toll roads, you can do that. If you don't like going on the highway, you can also select that as well. And when the vehicle comes up with the route that you're going to be taking, it'll take those preferences into account. Moving back, lastly is going to be our navigation preferences, so our guidance prompts. So those little warnings that we get, do we want voice and tone? So please turn in 200 meters. Do we want that yes or no, whether it's voice and tone, just the voice, or the tone only? And as I mentioned, you can mute that out completely so nothing happens. And we can also look at where am I? We can look at our search history. So if we've gone to a number of different addresses, that would show up. Favorites, point of interest, and then our home and our work address as well. So as you can see, if your home address was set up, this is specifically set up here as well.
Please proceed to the highlighted route, and then the route guidance will start.
So it's really, really cool because we can navigate home either by pressing that button or by pressing the voice command button on the steering wheel. Same thing, we can cancel that one out as well. And that's going to be our navigation.